Hey Stargazers, Arik here, and I want to talk to us a little bit about the new moon in Cancer that we're going to be having at the end of July. And it's really interesting because this is the second new moon of Cancer, right? So the first one was actually an eclipse. So the universe has scheduled a second one for us so that we can really reap and get the best benefits that we can, like from everything that we missed from the first new moon in Cancer, which is all about protection, nurturing, healing, all kinds of things. So we had kind of like the omega and the alpha, or the alpha omega energy of Cancer with the moon. Cancer rules over the moon. So new moon in Cancer is already like a really powerful moon because of all the associations. Now, there's just really a lot going on in the world. You know, if you're watching this video during, this time, maybe you're watching it in the future. Hello, future selves. We were going through a lot back in July 2020, but it's, we're getting over the hump of 2020. So for sure by 2021, we know things are going to be different, but we're over the hump of 2020, and it seems like just so much is happening on so many different levels. And then we're having the Great Conjunction Letter. I'm going to be doing a meditation about that. We're also entering into this period of destruction energy, we have to be careful of sabotaging ourselves, like destroying things. It's just one thing after another is hitting, but we're getting opportunities to grow, we're getting opportunities to heal, we're getting opportunities to make a change. Because like I've said in other forecasts, realities are shifting, they're splitting, and we really want to make sure that we're going into the one that we want to go into, and not just being pushed in by the gusts of wind and the pools of currents of water. So there's really a lot to think about here, and there's just a lot of opportunities for good and for bad. I mean, there's opportunity to do something good, there's opportunity to do something bad. So either way, we now have this opportunity, second chance, to have a new moon in Cancer, which I think is really interesting because recently we've had a lot of planets in retrograde, and when there's so many planets in retrograde, it's almost like we're getting the second chance. Yeah, of course, things are going backwards, things seem to be like going in reverse, but we're directing our attention within, and we're seeing, where could I have done better? Actually, I have an exercise, I'll put a link in the description below, for what's called atonement, where we're making things good again, where we're getting the second chance at whatever we've messed up on, whatever we need to work on. So, second new moon in Cancer. What is this new moon all about? I am going to be hosting a virtual ritual online event that is live, so you can definitely sign up for that. It's $12. You can work specifically where this is affecting you in your chart. It doesn't matter if you're a Cancer or not, because we all have Cancer somewhere in our chart. For example, Cancer rules over the stomach, and we all have stomachs, okay? So we all need to work on our stomach, we all need to work on our emotions, we all need to work on our actions. These are all things ruled by Cancer. Now, what is this new moon specifically about? It's about jealousy. This is the new moon of healing jealousy so that we can be all-accomplishing. So what happens when we heal jealousy? We become all-accomplishing. We can do whatever it is that we want. So what is jealousy? Well, you guys, jealousy is what got us into this problem in the first place with this whole corona thing. I know you're probably thinking, how does that have anything to do with anything? Well, it does, because the opposite sign of Cancer is Capricorn, water and earth, right? Capricorn's all about the material, it's all about the illusion, it's all about the lies, it's all about the truth, the darkness, the half-truth, all of it. Remember, Capricorn is connected to the energy of Lucifer that wanted to be greater than God. Jealousy. Opposite sign is Cancer, so there is the cure. But we need to really look at that jealousy. So we see somebody who has something that we want. That's an illusion because it's material. Work for it, So there's a lot of opportunities that jealous issues are going to be coming up, and we need to look at them. We need to work on them, and we really need to be honest about them during this new moon window, because during the new moon, we get all the energy we need to control that whole lunar cycle. And we know the lunar cycles, they influence the water, they influence the gravity, they influence all kinds of things on Earth. So if we can control that cycle of healing jealousy and becoming all-accomplishing, then that's just something that is really powerful and something that we all really could use. So it's really like this energy of ebb and flow, okay? This ebb and flow. Sometimes we need to go out and do things, and some things we need to stay within, and we need to, digest what it is that we what we have been accumulating. And when we are off with this ebb and flow, speaking of the moon, the shore is the ebb and flow. When we are off, when we are out, when we should be in, and when we are in, when we should be out, this puts us out of alignment. And then we're trying to force things to happen. We're trying to make it happen. We're trying to manifest. And I mean, things are just so much, things manifest really, I don't want to call it easy, but let's call it simple. There's simple, effortless manifestation, when you are aligned with the cosmic energies. And that's why I offer these full moon and new moon and solar, sun, virtual rituals. Because you want to be aligned. Because if you're off the mark, then all of your efforts are just kind of like wasting your energy. And then you're going to be like, what happened the past 10, 15 months, years, lifetimes, right? So think about that. You want to be in that natural ebb and flow of things, because what happens is that the ego wants to drive the show. But no, it's the other way around. We are controlling the ego, and the essential self, the higher self, when it's aligned, then it uses the ego as the chariot, as the vehicle to get something done. But when the vehicle is self-driving, right, then it's going to take us into all kinds of places, and we have no control. And I mean, it's a really scary thing if you think about it. So actually, I wrote an article about this. You can read about it in depth. I also talk about it, on my Instagram account and whatnot. But it's really, again, about this energy of finding our own rhythm, but having it come from this place of alignment, right? You need to be in your own rhythm, but not the ego's rhythm. You need to be in your understanding of the rhythm so that things can be effortless, so things that can be simple, so things that can be magical. This is what this is all about. If you want to be magical, you just gotta hang up your ego and use the ego how it's supposed to be used. Now what happens is that when the ego is using us over and over and over and over and over again, it's going to put us into what's called a chronic state of deprivation. I think I just made that up, but Google it, maybe it's a thing. But this chronic state of deprivation, where that then we start to look and we're like the seagulls in Nemo. Mine, 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 I want that, I want that, I want that. Really sucks. Really sucks. And I can just speak, for a lot of generations, for example, millennials who have Neptune and Capricorn, Neptune, illusion or delusion, Capricorn, illusion, really wanting, putting spirituality onto physicality. No, it doesn't work that way. And then when we have deprivation, then we start to look and see, why don't I have that? And then that builds entitlement. And then entitlement creates a lot of negativity. And then the negativity builds up over maybe 20 years or so. And then we get an outbreak of COVID. That's really how it happened, you guys. So now we can, on a spiritual level, it was a major contributor to it. So with this new moon in Cancer, which we almost missed because it was eclipsed, I'm really urging you, please tell as many people as possible, raise the consciousness about it. If you don't have any plans, or if you want to do something, join my virtual ritual. It's $12. It's not a big, big investment, but you're going to get so much out of it, because as many people as possible who are using that new moon energy, it will make a difference. Where we're looking at that jealousy and we're seeing where we've put too much emphasis onto the material, and we can eliminate it, okay? We can heal it. We get a second chance. We almost missed it, but we get a second chance. So we will be working on a question of jealousy. And then, of course, we have some very intense transits to talk about. There's going to be a semi-square with Venus. So this is really about boundaries. I will elaborate more in the virtual ritual. And then, of course, we're going to have an opposition with Saturn, which is the ruler of Capricorn. So the moon, the ruler of Cancer, Saturn, the ruler of Capricorn, they're in opposition. Huge power struggles of survival and security. almost like an emotional audit is going to happen, where we're going to see where we stand with things and how we need to really move forward to do, to be successful, because it's about being in the world but not of it, right? Being in the world but not of it. And then we're going to have interesting aspects that I want to talk about more in depth during the virtual ritual. So what are my suggestions? Use the Cancer Essential Oil Blend, meditate, use some amber. Larmar is a really good stone. I have some. If you want some, hit me up. I will program it for you, send it over. Make some baths, any kind of rituals. Really important to do that with some really good, take a bath with Cancer Essential Oil. That's a really good idea. So you guys, if you have any questions about this or my virtual ritual, please leave them in the comments or send me a message. I'm really excited about the second chance that we're getting. It's going to make a huge shift. If you don't believe it, you better get on board, because everything starts in mind. So subscribe to my channel if you like this. Follow me. Give it a thumbs up. Give it a like. And thank you guys so much for being the ones who makes a difference by using Astrology. I'm looking forward to hearing from you and seeing you in my virtual ritual, which is then also actually one day before the sun, or maybe shortly before the sun moves into Leo, which is a whole different energy. So we really get that, end degree energy of Cancer, which is then where we can really eliminate a lot of chaos. So I'm really happy about it. And then I will be doing also a Leo sun meditation as well. So you guys, I look forward to seeing you. Please do the work. We all need it. Thank you for being the one who makes a difference by using Astrology. My name is Arik Xander. See you next time.